Hey, good evening and happy Friday. I want to share something with you that was laid on my heart before I go to bed. As I was showering, this was laid in my spirit, and I have to share it. Um, it's partially your fault, but in an interesting way. You're going through what you're going through right now because you were not created. You were not designed to fit in. Everything about you, from your spirit to your smile to your energy to the way you speak, the way you move, the finesse you put on your words, it was meant to stand out. And somewhere along your journey of life, and it may have been many places, you were told or tricked or even persuaded to be a team player. And there's nothing wrong with being a team player, but even within teams, there are people that are so good that they become MVP because they stand out. And you've been in this familiar dynamic, this work dynamic, this friendship dynamic, where you can walk into a room and not even open your mouth, and all of the energy changes in a positive way, and people are like, "Oh, what did happen?" Or people notice you when you walk in. You don't even have to say anything. It'll be a crowded room, and what you've done was you've dimmed your light in an effort not to stand out as much. You wanted everybody to feel valued and comfortable and safe, and respected, and that's a beautiful thing, but not at the cost of this gift that you've been given. Um, and so you've because, and I say you in the sense of those of us who experience this, we want so bad to be loved and respected, and that's what we give out. And a lot of the attention that we receive, we're not seeking. It just naturally comes. People trust us. People feel safe with us. People feel comfortable with us. They tell us the truth. They tell us their darkest secrets. We don't have to do the smoke and mirrors and pomp and circumstance. And those people who are so desperate for attention, for validation, to feel important, that piece of insecurity or whatever it is makes them do the most, whether it's their clothing or their words, or they'll hear something from someone else and pass it off as if it's theirs, or they just they do the most. But people are not stupid, and no matter what you say, no matter what you do, people feel your energy and they feel the sincerity. And so those people who really do the most to get attention, they say this, they do that, and they try to be more than they really are, it shows. And they get really upset when you're just minding your business, you're not seeking the attention, and you've got it, and you always get it. And then when you have conversations with people, when you have energy exchanges, and their lives are forever changed, your life is forever changed because it's authenticity, it's truth. Those people on the outside who've never experienced that, who want it so hard, who just thirst for attention, it burns them up even more. But they're not really mad at you. They're upset with themselves because they don't get the attention, or they think you don't deserve the attention. But instead of them doing the work of being honest with themselves and being authentic and being true, they'd rather put on the filters, the smoke, the mirrors, the hashtags, but they're not willing to do the work. Um, so I guess what I'm saying is free yourself. And this was put on my spirit, and it also, I got a couple of messages today. It's interesting how I got a couple of messages that spoke to my energy being missed. And it's one of those things of, wow, the few interactions we had, you recognize the real, you recognize the value of who I am. But also, it with my work today and all this week, I realized in the dimming of my light, it also hindered my performance and put me in a stagnant, almost reverse position. And once I release myself from that place and start to walk back in the truth of who I am, I'm starting to see so vividly, like Regina Bell said, dream in color, seeing so vividly the improvements in my life, in my skill, in my relationships, and it's a beautiful thing. And so, sometimes people will do things and they think they're harming you. And sometimes it feels like harm. They disrespect you, they plot against you, they set you up. But they are setting you up, but they're setting you up to realize who you really are and just how much value you have. And so I said all that to say, keep doing what you're doing. Keep walking in your truth. Stop dimming your light. No matter how much you dim your light or dumb yourself down, it's not going to make them look any better, because their truth is going to be their truth. So, before I go to bed, because y'all know Saturdays are my early mornings, I just want to say, it is your fault, but it doesn't have to be your fault anymore. Walk boldly and unapologetically in the majesty of your authenticity and your truth. I love you for free. I love celebrating people. I love when we grow, we strive, we accomplish. And so I just want to encourage you. No, it's not okay to dumb yourself down or dim your light for someone else. And usually it's never worth it, because you don't ever have to dim your light for anybody. But usually the person isn't going to feel much better about themselves. Not really. It's a passing thing. But if they're not doing the work, they're going to find somebody else to try to outshine or put down or demean. So don't let it be you. And if it has been you, like it was me at one point, walk in the newness of life. If you need to forgive yourself, forgive yourself. Sometimes you don't even need to forgive yourself. You need to just walk away and keep pushing and watch the doors open. So thank y'all for letting me share. I would have done a live, but you get the back and forth talking, and I need to go to bed. So good night. Happy Friday. Make it an amazing weekend on purpose. Love you for free.